Hey guys, it's Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you another top 5. Today we're going to be covering the top 5 worst perks in Call of Duty Zombies. Now, if you guys want to leave a like, support this video, that'd be great. As well, I just want to quickly mention my Twitter. I do have Twitter, of course. It is @TheSmithPlays, exact same thing as my YouTube channel. You can go follow me, interact with me, or just do whatever. There'll be a link down in the description. You can follow that over and click the follow button. Anyways, guys, let's get into this video. This is the top 5 worst perks in Call of Duty Zombies. Coming in at number 5, and please don't tell 2Pro for you games I said this, we have Deadshot Daiquiri. Now, the thing with Deadshot isn't really that it's a bad perk, and keep in mind that there really are only 12 perks in Zombies, so there's almost an overlap between the top 5 perks and the top 5 worst. So if there is a perk on here that you don't like, it's not actually as bad as I'm saying it is, right? In comparison, it's just not as good as some other perks. So my thing with Deadshot is not that I think it's a bad perk. It's actually quite helpful. I just find I'm usually in a situation where I'm kind of in between buying Deadshot or Electric Cherry, or Deadshot or Stamina Up, or Deadshot or Double Tap, or just something that's actually better than Deadshot. It's not that I find Deadshot to be a bad perk, and I don't at all. I actually like it. But the thing with Deadshot is it doesn't really serve the greatest purpose. Now, if you're playing on a map where you can get 8 or 9 perks, like maybe Origins, for example, yeah, go ahead, get it. I think it's really helpful. But my biggest problem with it is just the fact that there's always something better than it. You get Jug, you can get Speed Cola, you can get Double Tap, whatever, PhD, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it just always seems like you can get something better. And for that reason, I had to put it in at number 5. Not necessarily a bad perk, just not the greatest. All right, now moving down to the number 4 spot on our list, we have the perk Meal Kick. Meal Kick is, again, a perk that is just almost a little bit redundant, I find. Here's my biggest problem with Meal Kick. So at an early round, when you're low on ammo and you just need, you could use an additional gun, you want Meal Kick. But you can't get it because you got to get Jug, you got to get obviously enough money for a third decent gun, and you just don't want to get Meal Kick right out the gates because it's 4,000 points, and if you happen to go down, not only is that a big investment gone, it's also a third gun gone. So you kind of wait a little bit, wait till you get a little bit more set up until you get this gun. And then you get to the point where you're set up. Let's say we're playing Origins, for example. You finally get your ultimate staff, and I don't know, let's say Pack-a-Punch Mauser, and then you get Meal Kick. It's like, okay, this is nice. But now I'm so set up, I don't even really need a third gun. It's really not that helpful to me. It's just, the problem with Meal Kick is not that it's bad, it's just that it never really serves a purpose because when you want it, you can't afford it. And once you can afford it, you no longer want it. So it's really just kind of a redundant perk. Plus, there's a huge problem I find when I have 3 guns and I'm trying to cycle quickly to like a Thunder Gun or something like that. Just really, really problematic. And the fact that it's 4,000 points, I always just did not understand. I don't know how something that only gives you another gun can be 4,000 when the best perk in the game is Jug and it's only 3,000 or 2,500 rather. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So Meal Kick comes in at number 4. Tapping in at number 3, we have Double Tap 1. Now, I do say Double Tap 1, which is Double Tap 2.0's handicapped brother. You may be familiar with it. If you haven't played earlier Call of Duty Zombie games, you may have not. Anyways, there's a key difference between Double Tap 2 and Double Tap 1. Double Tap 1 increases your fire rate. Double Tap 2 increases your fire rate and doubles the bullets you put out. So basically, Double Tap 1 just makes your gun shoot faster. Now, in theory, that sounds good because, more damage, more bullet output per minute, but there's a key factor here that makes it quite useless. And that is the fact that you actually just burn through ammo. It's quite simple. You increase the fire rate by, I think, 33%, and that increases your bullet output by 33%, and by the time you know it, you're out of ammo, and you're not really happy with Double Tap. So really, Double Tap to me was always a perk I didn't even bother getting back in the days of World at War when you only had 4 options. It's like, there's no point. This isn't going to help me. The only guns it really helped on, I found, was like the HK, which shot a little bit slowly, the Bar Gun from World at War, the Ray Gun. But for the most part, it really was kind of a pointless perk that just kind of wasted your ammo. Coming in at number 2, we have Who's Who. Oh, god damn it, Diarize, you're trolling me again. Coming in at number 2, we have Who's Who. That's right. We finally got it. There we go. Good. All right. So what's wrong with Who's Who? Well, let me ask you the question, what isn't wrong with Who's Who? It's a god-awful perk. Now, looking at the other perks that we've had on this list so far, they haven't really been bad perks. More so, it's just not very helpful. Who's Who is actually a detriment. When I get Who's Who, I kill myself with a grenade because it's actually hurting me. When you go down in solo in Who's Who, you spawn back with a pistol. Just a pistol. And you are expected to take out an entire horde of zombies. And if you don't, it's game over, you die. What? Why is that a good idea? Why can't I just get revived from quick revive and then like at least give me guns? I can have my guns and then kind of survive. Or maybe if I die in my Who's Who, I could just go back into my other body and get quick revive. But no, you just die and that's it. And it's over. It is a pointless perk that actually makes the game harder. It wastes your perk slot, wastes 2,000 points. Who's Who? I don't know who's fucking who. I don't care, and I don't want this perk. And coming in at number 1 on our list of top 5 worst perks, ladies and gentlemen, from the people who brought you Transit, we have Tombstone. Tombstone is one of those perks that in theory sounds good. Sounds like a good idea, especially when you have a map as large as Transit. I mean, you go down and you can get all your stuff back. It's great. Except for one thing that Treyarch just didn't even consider. It's the fact that when you have an incentive to die, people are going to take that incentive at every chance they can get. So basically, when a teammate is to go down, right? Your teammate goes down, they kill themselves, and then you're left playing Transit by yourself on 4-player, the amount of zombies. And usually that ends in you dying. What? Why did they not think of that? Why did they not think of the fact that when you die, people are going to hit the square button and then your teammate is left to being the only person left alive if you have 4 people, 2 people, whatever. It's just a bad idea, and truthfully, I'm not even surprised. For the people who brought you Transit, what more can you expect?